Hello and welcome. So this video is sponsored by YouTube Kids, who there's loads of great videos for children, and it's a specialised YouTube channel for kids, and it's basically designed for them so they can watch and learn, and so check it out. You can download it from the Play Store, and it is a brilliant app. My son uses it, and it's great for teaching speech and language and other skills for kids. So check it out, and yeah, you can download that now. It's free to download. There is no cost or fees involved, and you can use it whenever on the go, because you can download videos from there as well. So this is the Truth About Parenting video, and I'm going to talk about productive parenting. Now, I did a blog post on this some time ago, and now I think it was about I did this one about a month or so ago. It just seems like it was so long ago that I've done it, and it's basically with lockdown, obviously we've been indoors or going to the park, but now the kids are back at school. So this is where you can be more productive, because you have that gap between when you drop them off at school to when you pick them up. Now, I've got to say, from experience, that time goes so fast. From the moment you drop them off to the moment you pick them up. But what I love is that you just had that time to do whatever you wanted to do, no stress. But obviously make sure you got your phone on you, just in case the school rings, because the thing about kids is that they can pick up viruses and allergies, so you have to be on guard in some instance. But it's nice to how I used to spend my day is that I didn't always spend it indoors. I would go, after I dropped them for school, I would go and get a coffee, have a little mooch around the shops, and then make my way back home. I would then do a bit of cleaning. Now, sometimes I would in the morning get stuff done before he went to school. And how I saw it is like well, I've got 10 minutes from getting ready to my ex-husband going to work. So I was thinking, what can I do within that time? So I would just clean a couple of windowsills, and it's just blocking time that you can you've got free, that you can use it to either catch up on bits that don't take 5 seconds, and will help free up that space so you have more to play around with when you drop your kids off from school to when you pick them up. And so I would say block schedule, because that is I block schedule. So for me, I don't do the school drop off at the minute, which is a relief in such a way, because it was such a mission some mornings, because my son Henry liked to look at everything, planes, buses, so we would have to leave about let's say between 30 to 45 minutes before he was due to go into school, because he just wanted to see everything, see the planes go over, see, we had to watch for squirrels and watch for buses. So the first tip I would say is give yourself extra time to get ready, do a bit of cleaning, and then plenty of time to leave the house to get your son to school, and then you can say, right, I've got this amount of time, what can I do within that time? And block it as the day follows. So I know between dropping them off at 8:45 having to pick him up at 3, for example, I've got that time to grab a coffee, read a book, pick up some shopping, do a bit of extra cleaning in the house, do a bit of work on my blogs, books, and and also remember to give yourself quiet time and share that time. And I would use the time in the evenings to do that for. If I didn't give myself a break in the day, but I now make sure that I have breaks between each task, because that for me, I find it helps me to be productive, is giving myself breaks as I go through the day. And one thing that I would always suggest is think about your evenings as your time. So when you pick up your kids from school, one, they will be hungry, so always make sure you have a snack at hand. So take a snack with you, especially if they then you want to take them to a after school club that's not connected to the school. So I know a lot of parents, when I take my son to school, did that, so usually so from say 3:20 to say 6:30, that was the window that I would spend with my son doing some homework, and I make sure I had a snack. I would use that time to teach him how to make his own sandwich, and do a bit reading, and then get him to change his school clothes to normal clothes. And that is important as well, because it helps separate his day. So it's like, well, school's finished, there's do a bit of homework, and then you can play and chill for the until bedtime. And obviously I would have to fit dinner into that time as well. And then I knew from 7 o'clock to say 9 o'clock, I had that time to myself to either watch a bit of telly or do a bit of extra work. And it's just segregating time in your day, so you make sure you don't overload yourself with too many things to do, and you break it up, so you make sure you get plenty of breaks. Because I find if I don't have a break during the day, it affects my concentration. I feel more shattered in the morning and in the next day. So it's about, productive doesn't mean, I was getting confused with that at one point, where being productive meant doing 25 things at once, but it's not. It's about prioritising. So what's the most important thing that needs to be done today, and then breaking it up into blocks of time, so you give yourself time to have like me, I always have to have like 1 cup of tea in the morning and about 2 to 3 coffees in the day. That's how I go about my day. And I will have snacks, because I don't really have lunch now, and since doing that, I've found I've lost weight, because I don't need 3 meals a day. I can live on having a breakfast in the morning and having a few bits of bobs during the day, and then having that with dinner between 3 and 5 o'clock, and then I might have a bit of toast about between 10 and 12 o'clock at night. So that's how I go about my day, and that's that's how you do it. If you segregate time, it gives time for yourself, time to spend doing things that need to be done, as well as things that you want to do, and then you have that free up space to spend with your child after school. And I would often take Henry for coffee after school as well, and have a change, especially towards the end of the week. Fridays I would often have that as like a chill day, where we don't have to do any homework, but we play like a game, or we like connect like magnetic darts, or I take him to the park after school. And that's the other thing. Variety is the best way of getting the most out of your hours in your days. So doing the same thing day in and day out, it does become boring and does become repetitive. So doing different things on the day is also being productive, because then it gives them a break from the norm and gives you the break, and that is also the key, is make days, especially towards the week. So from Monday to Thursday it's the sort of normal structure, and then Fridays is where I like to wind down for the weekend, and then the weekends is where we will not have we would sometimes have a cooked breakfast rather than a cereal or toast, and it's just making days different so you get the most out of them and they enjoy the days and they're not having to be repetitive, because Henry does work better on routine, but he also likes doing different things. And once I said, because he loves buses, and we were sitting on the bus and the bus came, I said, should we get on it and go for a ride? And so we did. We got on the bus, went to your village, and then we across the road, went for the bus going the other way, and he got a bus ride, and he enjoyed that, So it's just doing different things, and sometimes we would after school sit on the bench and just watch the world go by. So he would then see some of his school friends walking home too, and we would sit there and look at the pond or watch planes going over, and you have a chill out time with your kids as well. Make that a time in your day, because we used to really enjoy that, sitting and watching and obviously how many buses go by and how many birds we see and how many planes we can spot, and it's just taking it easy, and I find after school is the best time to take it easy. You can still do homework, but it doesn't have to be set in stone. You can do their favourite things that they enjoy as part of their learning, like for example, Henry, when he would run and play football, see how many goals he would get, and I would use his easel to write the number of how many times he scored a goal, so you can make it kind of. I find being flexible is for me how I function, because I do think being a parent, you do have to have some kind of flexibility in the way you manage your life as a parent and as a working parent, and I find easy, flexible parenting to be the best method for me. I don't do the same things every day. I don't at the minute get to spend a lot of time with my son, but when I do, I will sit downstairs and watch some TV with him. We will muck about, and when he came here during these holidays, we did a bit of dancing, twirling, and it's just just having fun, and as well as structure, and just making the most of each day. And I find spring and summertime is a really good time to do different things. So you could have like a barbecue, when I come home from school, and have dinner out in the garden rather than indoors, and I can't wait to take my son to a park again up in London. Well, I should be moving to. That's taking a while, but it is getting there. Moving always just takes phases, just to make sure that we don't move in and suddenly we've got a leak somewhere, because I've had that trouble before, where you moved in somewhere, think it's fine, and suddenly you spot a leak and you think, okay, then how comes that wasn't spotted then? Someone missed that up there. So it's just to make sure that when we when we move, that it doesn't, you know, fall apart when we, you know, settle in there. So but anyway, you know, just productive doesn't mean doing a whole load of things. It's about segregation, blocking time, making sure you take breaks, and that you have time with your child each day, but also giving time for yourself as well. So, you know, just try not to stress, you know, over not getting everything done, because we're not made to do 100 things in a day. You know, we're made to you know, live and be happy, and yeah, getting things, you know, cleaning and that done. But you know, if you miss a day, it's not going to matter. You know, it's just best for you if you're relaxed, and they will be relaxed. But if you're, you know, anxious and stressing, and so will they, you know. So you just have to de-stress and not try to do 100 things at once, but just do what you can, and just make sure that you give yourself time to relax and have, you know, and chill and do the things that you want to do as well as the things that you've got to do. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you well. Happy Wednesday, and it's halfway, so we, you know, 2 more days and it's into another week. So have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.